Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I have the job of trying to summarize, and so I will try to get through all my scratchings on these pieces of paper. Hopefully that will make some sort of sense of what we've achieved today. Each year we gather at the GRI Summit to explore the latest trends and gain invaluable insights from leading voices in risk management within the financial services sector and beyond. I think, and I hope you think as well, that this summit, our 14th annual summit, according to Sonia anyway, I've only been to probably half of them. I think I've been to maybe 10 of them, but maybe the most impactful that I've experienced, certainly in my time with GRI. Our theme this year was building resilience in a transformative era. As part of Sonia's opening remarks, she talked about resilience and how we manage global uncertainties. Let me build on Sonia's remarks. Before the pandemic, regulators and financial institutions globally started to focus quite heavily on operational resilience. We had previously to deal with 9/11, and here in Toronto, there was concern over what would happen if the power grid went down. Then we had the global pandemic, and financial institutions actually coped exceptionally well, rolling out laptops, Zoom and Team apps, dealing with concerns over fraud, conflicts of interest, and conduct while everyone worked from home. Yet today, the focus on resilience is actually back on everyone's risk agenda due to the events at third parties Ion, Equilend, and CrowdStrike, as well as institutional crisis at Silicon Valley Bank and Credit Suisse. But the real key for our summit today has been the actual two other words in our title, Transformative Era. The world we operate in today is truly transforming. With the US presidential election weeks away, Sonia's conversation with Ambassador Susan Rice was a great primer for what to expect from our neighbors to the south, albeit with a Democrat Party point of view, that as the world deals with very challenging geopolitical situations, from the Ukraine to China and the Middle East. Her comments on Canada and NATO, I thought, were very pointed. I also found Ambassador Rice's description of her personal story to be uplifting and helps us understand why she has devoted much of her career to public service. Our CRO panel was, as always, a highlight, bringing insights from some of our most experienced risk management practitioners in our industry, highlighting the unprecedented pace of change, which reminds us that getting the foundation right and cultivating risk-aware cultures are paramount for navigating increased complexity, dealing with operational resilience, and the ongoing financial and non-financial risks. I can speak from personal experience. The role of a CRO is basically to worry about everything. Dr. Sasha Luciani brought her insights into the intersection of artificial intelligence and climate change, guiding us through the divergent complexity of how a world powered by AI means achieving our sustainability goals will be that much easier, or it might be that much harder. She concluded AI might not be a silver bullet, but it has the real potential to fight climate change. We were fortunate to hear not only from Peter Rutledge, who covered a wide range of supervisory topics, but also from senior leaders of provincial regulatory bodies who emphasized the importance of regulatory alignment between jurisdictions. I would specifically note Superintendent Rutledge talked about the recent intensity of attention on OSFI and global regulators, and particularly on the 2017 Basel III reforms. He did note that OSFI had committed to implementing these reforms in 2017. We are nearly finished with Canada's commitment, unlike some other countries. In response to these concerns, over Canada getting ahead of those countries, OSFI agreed to a one-year delay to the capital floor. While the details of this floor are still being discussed, Superintendent Rutledge was clear: OSFI remains committed to the implementation of these Basel III reforms. I would like to make a personal observation here, given my experience with many global regulators from both a CRO perspective as well as a bank board director perspective. We in Canada are very fortunate to have OSFI operate as it does through its principle-based approach and clarity around the role capital plays in its underpinning the stability of our banking system. One of our bank breakout sessions looked into the risks and opportunities stemming from the rise of private credit. Sonia actually did a little bit of a summary of that with Superintendent Rutledge. Perhaps there was a slight divergence of opinion between the speakers and some of the audience in terms of risks and opportunities. But it was actually quite a good session. Our other breakout session focused on the pending implementation of Canada's open banking framework. I would note we have some research on the GRI site on open banking you might like to access, and we are expecting an update to this in the coming weeks. Marcus, I hope that's correct. Not to put any pressure on you. And last but not least, we had two TED Talk style discussions from Claudette and Jonathan just recently, which gave us much food for thought when it comes to how technology and geopolitics intermingle in the race to lead the next wave of global innovation. We learned that AI is the new Sally, quantum resistant environments is our new safe, biosensing will be the new signature, and the new security will be cybersecurity. I do actually wonder how open banking will deal with implant banking, but that's another question. Jonathan talked about a new global political economy, how we are on the off-ramp of Pax Americana, and how trade and investment flows are being redesigned, how the US and China are locked in a technology battle and innovation. The conclusion I got from his point at the end there was, for Canada, this will mean we will need to matter more. To all of our presenters and panelists, your contributions have provided us with the richer understanding of the rapidly changing landscape of risk that impacts both our professional and personal lives. To our members, you are the driving force behind this event, and we couldn't do it without your support, ideas, and guidance. To Sonia and the GRI team, great job. Putting this summit together takes a huge team effort, and I am sure you will all agree this summit has been a great success. Thank you all for making this summit such a remarkable experience, and I would now like to hand it back to Vanda. Thank you.